Hello for the second week of Lent, using only the Gospel Matthew 17, 1 to 9. And it deals with the art of listening or peak experiences. Peter, James, and John, perhaps the three best friends of Jesus, had a peak experience in their lives. They went with Jesus up the mountain, Mount Tabor, and there Jesus was transfigured. And something happened that they saw Jesus better, deeper than any other time in their life, apparently. They were overwhelmed. They never wanted to forget it. They said, well, let's never forget it, put 3 memorials here, or 3 tents here, so we don't forget. And Jesus, whatever that was like, no preacher can really do it an adequate explanation or job. No philosopher or theologian. It was Jesus in a very special way to them, deeper than ever before. Have you ever had any of these peak experience or mountaintop experiences? I think many people have. I think I have had 1 or 2 in my life. How about you? Have you ever sort of had an insight into God that you never felt it was deeper than ever before, or probably ever will be in this life? The ultimate love of God in your life, that life is good, and my faith, in spite of the difficulties of living a life of faith, it certainly is well worth it. Some of those are peak experiences. What was yours? Try to recall it. And try to recall maybe the people involved with you, like Peter, James, and John, or whomever. I had one of these once when I was in Innsbruck, and it was really the most insightful day when I came to the conclusion that I thought, yes, Jesus is calling me, and I want to be a priest. I'm not going to go into all the details because it's really was great. Peak experiences. But one thing always follows these peak experiences, and that is that you have to, like Peter, James, and John, they had to go down the mountain with Jesus, and then they had to live the rest of their life. They had to go back into everyday life. And even Jesus perhaps enjoyed that. He too went down the mountain, and he too was going to go into the city or back to the city and there be crucified. I always find it very interesting. Why did he say and tell these 3, don't tell anyone about this vision until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead? Why? I don't know. Peak experiences. You and I think, are no different. I think we have some of the, maybe not the intensity or exactly like this that we see in the gospel, but we really felt and knew and had great insight into God or into Jesus the Christ. And it changes us. But we still have to live life. You know, how do we live life? Well, follow and try to live out what came out of the cloud. What that voice said. what that voice said to Peter, James, and John. This is my beloved Son. Listen to him. Do you really listen? Do I really listen to Jesus Christ? And take out some time and read or sit or be silent and try to say, what is Jesus saying to me today, now, this day, this Lent, this time in my life? I guarantee you, if you take out time and really listen, God will speak to you. That God will speak in your heart or in your mind or in your pain or in your whatever. And it will be real. Jesus did it with his friends. You are his friend. I think I am his friend. Peter, James, and John. With difficulty, but we are friends of Christ. And as you know, any true friendship requires listening and being with, time with, and problems, but it's all worth it. It was worth it to those three friends, Peter, James, and John. Priesthood, and it's worth it to me. And I hope it's worth it to you, especially during these 40 days of Lent, where we try to listen to Jesus a tad more. If you do, you'll be more than a tad happier, and more than a tad better. Have a good day.